An overwhelming majority of Britons have backed plans to have a bank holiday in honour of Queen Elizabeth II. Britons and MPs like Tobias Ellwood have thrown their support behind naming a bank holiday after Her Majesty. Now, a poll has shown hundreds of Britons would back honouring the late monarch with a public holiday. In the poll from TechneUK, which asked do you support having a bank holiday named in honour of the late Queen Elizabeth II, an overwhelming majority backed the proposal. Surveying 1,624 people, a massive 79% supported a new bank holiday in honour of Her Majesty, while 18% said no and 3% said they don't know. TechneUK's data showed both men and women supported the proposal, with 77% of 828 male respondents and 29% of 811 female respondents. A new bank holiday also enjoys support across all ages, with the highest support in those aged between 55 and 64 years old and those over 64 at 82%. A majority of Britons backed plans to have a bank holiday in honour of the Queen. Image, Getty. 79% supported a new bank holiday in honour of Her Majesty in a poll. Image, TechneUK. Data also showed those who voted Leave in the 2016 Brexit referendum supported a bank holiday for the Queen slightly more than those who voted to remain. Out of the unweighted sample of 544 Remainers and 636 Leavers, those who backed staying in the EU supported the proposal by 79%, while those who voted to leave backed it by 81%. Conservatives also supported the bank holiday the most, with 499 surveyed backing the proposal by 85%. Of the 332 Labour voters surveyed, 75% backed the bank holiday, and of the 149 Liberal Democrats, 79% supported it. Read more. Fears Vladimir Putin will launch a nuclear attack. Source surveying 1,624 people, 18% said no and 3% said they don't know. Image, Getty. Conservatives backed the bank holiday the most, at 85% of 499 surveyed. Image, Getty. Mr. Ellwood, MP for Bournemouth East, said it would be fitting to proclaim one of the bank holidays Elizabeth Day in recognition of the late Queen's lifetime service to the nation. According to the Daily Echo, he said on Wednesday, we can consider the scale of impact and how we can pay tribute to that for a Queen whose longevity and sense of service and scale of service, we're unlikely to see again. The outpouring of emotion and reverence and respect for Her Majesty warrants an accolade, which will stay with us as a reminder of what she did for the nation. The number of bank holidays is capped simply because it has an impact on GDP. So it wouldn't be, I don't think, right, to introduce a new bank holiday and have another holiday. But I think it would be a wonderful tribute to our longest ever reigning monarch, and the outpouring of emotion, the sense of loss that we've all experienced over the last few days, I hope warrants a discussion about whether this would be possible. Don't miss Harry freaked out after Meghan threatened to dump him. New claim Andrew spotted on solo horse ride as Duke faces uncertain future. Russian conscripts handed rusty guns and no body armor. Tobias Ellwood said a bank holiday should be named Elizabeth Day in tribute. Image, Express. Trending. Sir John Hayes, MP for South Holland and the Deepings, also suggested to the House of Commons that a statue of Queen Elizabeth II be erected in Trafalgar Square. Sir Hayes said, since the death of Queen Elizabeth II we have witnessed an extraordinary nationwide, indeed kingdom-wide, response, a moving mix of sorrow at our loss and celebration of a life of remarkable service. So that mood is marked forever and remembrance can last for generations to come. A fitting national memorial needs to be established. Will the Leader of the House therefore agree that a statement be brought to this House on what form that memorial might take? For me, a statue on the final plinth on Trafalgar Square would be ideal. Shouts of "Here, here" were heard from some MPs in the chamber after he floated the idea. The government said no choice was made on if King Charles' coronation will be a bank holiday. Image, Express. Meanwhile, the government has stated that no decision has yet been made on whether King Charles III's coronation day will be a bank holiday. A spokesperson said, "A decision will be made nearer the time." King Charles III was formally proclaimed monarch during an accession council on September 10, with the ceremony held as soon as possible after the death of a reigning sovereign to make a formal announcement of their successor. While the accession council takes place just days after the Queen's death, King Charles' coronation won't take place for several months.